Welcome back to Girl Talk. We are here at Bella Domicile, and with us now we have Marilyn Townsend. Now you are a Dane County attorney and also a municipal court judge with Dane County as well. Thank you so much for being with us today.
I am delighted to be here on Girl Talk. This is very exciting.
You've had such just a positive attitude and glow about you this morning, so we're excited to have you on the show. And you're actually running for Dane County Circuit Court Judge in the spring election coming up in May 2017.
April, yes.
April, excuse me. April of 2017.
Correct, the spring election.
Okay, perfect. And so we're excited to have you on the show, obviously, thinking ahead of time. It's good to get to know the candidates, and we just want to know some more about you and who you are.
Well, I'm delighted to be here. I'm a labor and employment lawyer in Dane County. I represent folks with job problems and discrimination actions. I've worked for 30 years to be sure folks get equal treatment in the job place.
Wow, such an important role.
Well, it is.
When you need that help.
It is an important role. And let's kind of talk a little bit about some of the duties of that role. So let us know some of your sort of job functions as a judge and what your sort of day-to-day is like. What do you do?
Well, in addition to being a full-time lawyer, I'm a part-time municipal court judge for the village of Shorewood Hills, where I deal with children and adults who have gotten into trouble with the law. And what I do is I listen to their situation, listen to the extenuating circumstances, and then decide what we're going to do. Whenever possible, I try to hold sentencing. So for example, children, young teenagers can go to drug and alcohol assessment, and if they follow treatment, then I will dismiss the charges. It's about education, not punishment.
I think that's so important. I mean, first of all, your role as a listener is an important one, because you need to take in all of the information and really find out what's going on. But being able to help them on a bigger level, to your point, not just about the punishment piece component.
So Marilyn, when Ellen brought us in, she mentioned that you're a candidate for Dane County Circuit Court Judge. And why are you seeking that position?
Because it builds on the work I've been doing for 30 years, attempting to get equality in the court system. So I think I have great experience, number one, and I think I can make a real contribution. This is a time where there's a lot of issues about discrimination among peoples and unfairness in the court system, and that's what I've been dealing with for 30 years.
And it's so nice to have you just sit down with us today, because I think a lot of people don't get that opportunity, to have a really up-close look at a candidate who's running for a position. And so kind of building off of that, what should people evaluate when it comes to choosing a candidate to vote for?
That's a great question. I think number one, you look at the person's experience. I have experience that none of the 17 judges on the circuit court currently have. And you look at who's supporting the candidate. I'm so proud to have the endorsement of Court of Appeals Judge Joanne Kloppenberg, former Attorney General Peg Lautenschlager, former Lieutenant Governor Barbara Lawton, Senator Risser, and many other legislators. I think it speaks to my values and my experience that these folks trust me to be the next Dane County Circuit Court Judge.
Some big endorsements there.
Yeah, absolutely. And going back to your current role, for people who are at home or at work watching and maybe having a little bit of an issue with an insurance complaint or something, with discrimination in the workplace, how can you help? How can they get in touch with you?
Well, I recommend, if you have problems on the job, if you've been discharged, if you think you were treated unfairly, if you have a problem with an insurance company, call me. 608-255-5111. I also have a website, but most important, in that first phone call, which doesn't cost anybody anything, I will listen and I will see if I can help the person.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think that's a big point we can take away from this conversation today, is you've got to be a great listener, and we can definitely pick up on that.
Yes.
So thank you so much for being with us today, Marilyn Townsend. Thank you again.
Thank you so much. I'm thrilled to be here.
We love having you, and we'll be back with more Girl Talk right after this.